Now isn't this better? Canada wins 5-1 against the Czech Republic. In what started off as a rough and tough matchup, the Canadians put in a far better performance than 2 days ago against the Swiss. This is a completely solid all-around game for Canada, offense coming from every line. You start off with a goal from Canada-5, then after the Czechs tie it up, you get Leeson, who's having a fantastic tournament, tipping in a Ty Smith shot on the power play. Lafreniere, who had been struggling in the first 2 games, got demoted from the second line to being the 13th forward on his second shift of the game, 17 minutes into the first period. Just a beautiful cycling shift for the fourth line. Studnicka gets the puck on the boards, throws it up to Lafreniere, who just a beautiful one-timer, top right corner, perfectly placed shot. He finally gets on the board. It's a huge moment for him, huge moment for Canada. So then after that, Canada goes into the second period up 3-1, and it's pretty much smooth sailing the rest of the way. Mackenzie Entwistle, who's been playing on the fourth line, scores to have a goal in each of Canada's first 3 games. And I think it's time we start talking about him, because it seems like he hasn't been getting a lot of chances, but every game he seems to be scoring. Seems like he's getting 1 chance every game, and that chance is going in. So he's just been clutch for Canada on the fourth line, being just a beauty of a secondary scorer, and just really building Canada's threat from all lines, which is incredibly important in this tournament. And then in the third period, Morgan Frost puts one into a basically empty down the power play off of a beautiful feed by Nick Suzuki. Overall, a dominant performance by Canada. DiPietro was fantastic in net when he had. He made a couple of huge saves, a couple of great saves, shutting the Czechs down every time when they just started to buzz, making sure they didn't get back into the game. I'm going to continue to praise Ty Smith because for the second consecutive game, I thought he was Canada's best defender. He's just so calm on the puck, doesn't make any mistakes. That was a fantastic power play quarterback, picking up 2 assists on 2 power play goals. And the forward group as a whole is just continuously buzzing. They're now up to 22 goals for in 3 games played. So things are going pretty well on the offensive side for Canada. For the Czechs, they came out flying that game. I thought this was going to be much closer than it was, but just some stupid penalties. Count got a 10-minute misconduct for boarding in the first period. Then you had Nekas first punching Comtois in the head in the first period, getting 2 minutes for that, and then in the third, with 10 minutes left, gets a 10-minute misconduct for boarding, and there's your captain and best player gone for the rest of the game, and you're down by 3 goals trying to come back in the third. So really just some stupid penalties killed the Czechs, some very poor disciplined decisions. Just having your best players sitting in the box for that long in a game against Canada, like that you need your best players to have any sort of chance of winning. It's just, their discipline killed them. And you gotta feel that, like with the game against Russia yesterday, that they possibly wore themselves out a bit there. Zadina just didn't really do anything. You feel like maybe he was a little bit tired from last night's game. Same with Nekas and Kaut. They were probably frustrated from losing so close to Russia, losing 2-1 to Russia yesterday, and tired from that game, and just probably mentally were not prepared for this game against Canada, just with the frustration from yesterday leading over into this game. So in the end, we had a frustrated Czech team going up against a Canadian team that had something to prove after not winning by nowhere near as much against the Swiss as they should have. And the Canadians just easily walked away with it. 5-1, they're 3-0 in the tournament, and they play the Russians on New Year's Eve in what should be a dandy.